Hello everyone, and welcome to Chelmsford High School Gymnasium. We're ready for a game between the Lowell High School Red Raiders and the Chelmsford Lions. Looking forward to a good game. I know my hair doesn't look that good tonight, but hopefully the girls will look even better than that. It should be a good game. I don't know too much about the Lowell High team, but definitely Chelmsford looks good. They look ready. Teams are on the floor, so hopefully you won't have to look at us too much longer. And the tip is away. Caitlin Waters comes away with the ball. She's the senior captain for this team. Brody at the top of the key. And Lowell with a quick break early. And that is 2 points for number 13, Courtney Schermerhorn.
That's great transition offense by the Lowell Red Raiders.
You gotta play in transition. And that's Jenna Tully, misses the left-handed layup underneath. And an early timeout for Lowell.
That's an early timeout, Daniel, just like you said. And you got to wonder why they're taking this timeout this early.
Yeah, well, you can only imagine that they didn't see something right on the floor at the time. Or they're scared. Well, with that early timeout, we're going to an early break, and we will be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back after the early timeout and Lowell's 2-0 lead. We're ready to get going again. So, guys, what do you think the keys to the game is going to be tonight?
Chelmsford definitely has to bring it to the hoop, you know. Got to crash the boards, and they got to run. Always keep running. Fast break points is what's going to win them this game.
Jenna Tully crashing. I apologize. Jenna Camo crashing the boards early for the Lions. She's number 21, junior. And Julie Brody with a cut to the hoop.
My key to the game is for Twan to take it right from the sleigh in.
That's excellent analysis. Being that Antoine Walker isn't even on this team. But we look forward to them showing some Antoine Walker-like moves.
Good defense there by Lowell.
And a nice play by Lowell, getting the game started. It's 4-2, Lowell with an early lead.
Chelmsford's is going to look to spread the offense around, you know, keep the floor open, look for open shots just like that.
Jenna, three-pointer, but it didn't fall. She's been one of the stronger players for the team this year. And Lowell, more points in transition. Branco calls a timeout.
Smart timeout there by Coach Branco.
Lowell definitely had some momentum going. Guys, what do you think Lowell's going to have to do to keep that momentum?
They just got to, you know.
I agree. So we're going to toss it to break for a few minutes, and we will see you in a few. All right, and welcome back. As you can see at the bottom left of your screen, Lowell High is winning 6-2. Getting a shot at head coach Kevin Branco on the left. And
Steve Murray on the right.
You saw Caitlin DeCecca in the white pants. She's hurt for this game. That's definitely going to be an impact tonight.
Yeah, Chelmsford's definitely going to have a few players step it up and fill in for her absence.
DeCecca definitely a momentum player on this team.
Yes, much like her boyfriend, also on the boys varsity basketball team.
Ben Hoover is one of the tallest kids in the school, actually. Tallest people in the world. And Chelmsford with a nice 2 points, bringing it back. Lowell continues the onslaught. The nice move.
I'm very impressed thus far by this Lowell team, Dan. They really jumped out to a...
Branco not happy with the traveling call on Jenna O'Rourke around half court.
Oh, Branco's been known to have a few words with the refs every now and then, you know, but you can't blame him. Good coach, sticks up for his players.
And doing the scoreboard tonight is Rob Russo, Mike Howell with the shot clock, and Andy Shoup is on the stats for the game.
You know, Dan, I've watched a lot of Chelmsford girls basketball, hundreds, you know, maybe even thousands of games, and I've seen a lot of players and a lot of coaches, but Coach Kevin Branco probably has to rank him on, he's tops, I'm going to say it. He's the best coach I've ever seen at Chelmsford High School.
Well, you can't deny the fact that he is getting the most out of the talent that he's given. As you can see him on the floor, giving the referees an earful. And a great pass by Jenna Tully. Oh, wow. It's getting physical out there. Well, some aggression is being taken out early. I don't know if these two teams have some bad blood, but they're certainly showing that they have no regard for each other's well-being, which I endorse.
The shot by Jen O'Toole.
Missed on the right side. Julie Brody trying to get some points in transition, but a nice defensive play by Lowell. And the
Excellent hustle there by Lowell.
referee
You know, Dan,
claimed.
you talked about the Chelmsford-Lowell rivalry. It really doesn't matter what sport they're playing. Any Chelmsford-Lowell game is going to be intense.
Right, I'm a member of the golf team, and
Oh yeah, those games are
there's some heated matches.
edgy as seat action in the golf.
And nice plays in transition for Chelmsford, but they couldn't get it going. Lowell's defense is outstanding. The referee calling a touch foul down low for Lowell.
That was probably a foul, but smart foul there by Chelmsford.
Make her work for it.
Make it work for the 2.
Well, it's 8-4. Actually, it's 10-4. I'm sorry. It's 10-4. Lowell's winning.
Rebecca Lobo at the line shooting 2.
Lobo hits on the first shot. Chelmsford needs to crash the boards here on the foul shots. And she goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. And a traveling call.
The Lowell coach doesn't seem to like that one bit, but he's wearing a sweater and not a suit and tie, so yeah.
Brian, if you're going to give out the best dressed award of the 2 coaches tonight, who would you give it to?
Oh, definitely Kevin Branco.
And a 3-pointer by Julie Brody.
Big shot right there, big shot.
She's a big-time player.
Quite the athlete.
So, Brian, you gave the best dressed award to Kevin Branco. If there were a fight between the 2 coaching staffs, who do you think would win?
I don't think that's even a question, Dan. You know, just Kevin or Mr. Branco or Coach Branco, whatever you'd like to call him. I hold him in the highest regard, so I call him King Branco. He'd take it. He'd take any competition between the 2.
Well, if you happen to look over at the bench during any other point in the game, you will see Queen Tricia Metz. Over there, she is tough to say the least. And whoa!
Friendly bounce there for Lowell.
Comes up with a basket, a nice play.
Oh, Chelmsford broke the press right there. Let's see if they can make it worth it.
Brody with a nice take to the hoop. A little hard off the glass.
And those will start fouling as the game progresses, Dan.
Absolutely. And Chelmsford trying to keep themselves into it. A nice
play there by Jenna O'Rourke.
That's a Nagel point.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one.
We're going to be handing out Nagel points throughout the game. Those are hustle plays, good plays in transition, and of course using the backboard. O'Rourke passed the ball in.
Both a very nice press thus far. Chelmsford's doing their best to break it. They've done a pretty good job.
Tully making a good decision to pass through the press. It's Jenna O'Rourke, a sure-handed dribbler.
Nice pick set there by Tully.
Brody showing some good left-handed dribbling, but couldn't finish it off.
Brody's doing just what Chelmsford needs to do. That's take it to the hoop.
Caitlin Waters trying to get the offensive foul there, but didn't happen, and Lowell continues to increase their lead.
16-7. Nice play there by O'Rourke.
Look for a player like Caitlin Waters right now to step up and make a hoop this time in the game. Jen O'Rourke with a nice push.
Nice move.
Telling you, that's how to cut to the basket right there.
Chelmsford, a very young team, starting only one senior.
And an important senior she is.
Yeah, very, but bright things looming. Nice play there by Tully.
Tully looking good so far. And that's Lowell trying to get a point in the paint, but nothing doing. Nice defense by Chelmsford, although they weren't able
Lowell's
to
got some
get the
great
rebound.
shooters on this team, but Chelmsford's not giving them any open shots. Right there, that shot was contested.
And Chelmsford, well aware of Lowell's defense, trying to get some points down court.
Camo's gonna go to the line for 2.
Jenna Camo's been shooting her free throws very well in the year. She's 68%.
Yes, that ranks top 3 on the team. Ryan O'Rourke and Brody.
And there you go.
And she shows us right there why she's one of the best, sinks the first one. Cuts the lead to 6.
This is a big shot right here, making a 2-possession game for the Lions.
Oh, she hits them both.
Well done. Well, that'll increase her
That's going to be
percentage.
another key to the game as the game progresses, is who's going to be able to get the points at the line. Lowell's a very physical team. Chelmsford should see a lot of action at the charity stripe tonight.
Well, I'm having something going on in the booth that in my illustrious career of announcing hasn't happened to me yet. 3-pointer by Lowell missed, but they were able to get the rebound. I'm up here with 2 guys named Brian, so hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. I'm going to refer to them as BK and Nagel. I'll just keep you all posted.
Way to follow the shot there by Camo.
Brody making a point of getting to the hoop.
Oh,
Nice.
attacking the basket there.
BK, what do you think of the game so far?
Well, I'm really impressed with Jenna Tully's defensive stature out there, and Lowell's defense is tenacious, almost as tenacious as the 1967 Green Bay Packers. They're in the same category, in my opinion.
You definitely have to say that.
Very thoughtful insight there.
Number 20 reminds me of Ray Niski. But Lowell's doing a great job on defense, definitely. And
Shot clock violation by Lowell. Looks like they got it off apparently.
BK definitely made a good call with Jenna Tully's defense. She's made 3 or 4 tips so far at least.
Nice pass.
Tully
there
with a
in the
nice
paint.
pass. And the ball's going to go the other way after Brody's defensive play. We're going to have a substitution. That is number 23.
Vladimir Nunez.
That's Vladimira. Vladimir's the guy's name.
3-pointer there by Lowell. Increase the lead to 6.
Lowell shooting the ball very well so far, making it tough for Chelmsford to come back.
Lowell's going with a fairly big lineup. I mean, you should look for them to work it inside right now. But they hit the 3 right there to
Chelmsford with the swing. Jen O'Rourke over to Julie Brody for 3. No good, but Tully gets
interesting call there by the ref.
crushed.
Tully's called for traveling when she doesn't have the ball.
It's certainly going to make it a tougher call on
that
the referee.
didn't sit well with Coach Kevin Branco.
As it shouldn't have. Giving the referee an earful as Lowell comes back and makes a point. That's tough for Chelmsford. That's a little demoralizing.
Yeah, that was a nice player. Lowell's taking it to the basket a lot more now. Chelmsford's got to maybe, try and spread out their defense.
And Jen O'Rourke sends it off the foot of number 15. That is Kaylee Scannell, I believe.
Yeah, she worked real hard in the offseason, Kaylee. Was in the gym a lot.
Brian, believe it or not, I grew up with Kaylee Scannell.
You did. That's very interesting.
Honest to God, I grew up with Kaylee Scannell. She went to Vesper. And we hung out by the pool a lot.
Oh!
Long range 3 from Jen O'Rourke. That's a big shot. 16 to 21. Lions bring it back to 5.
For Chelmsford. Good defense there by O'Rourke, too, forcing the off-balance shot. Nice rebound by Jenna Tully. Getting it right back to O'Rourke.
Tully's working well on the defensive end. Camo wants the ball, but Brody swings it to Martell. And Jenna Tully, I thought, had the offensive foul down there, but
Lowell's big lineup definitely worked to their advantage right there. And Lowell's good shooting also helped that 3-pointer.
Brody bringing the ball up court. Sophomore point guard. Jenna Camo with the long range 3. Chelmsford trying to trade twos for 3.
Nice play by Martell.
Well, if you're a fan of our work, You'll remember Christina Martel from volleyball earlier in the year, which
Very dominating player.
chances are you're not a fan of our work, but if you
Don't
are.
think many are, Dan. I don't blame them.
And Brody bringing the ball up court once again for Chelmsford. They are down 10. Need a hoop here.
28-18, 26-18 rather.
Oh, wow. And that's number 24, Liz Ramirez on the foul.
Colleen Fleming checking into the game for Julie Brody.
Fleming's another quick point guard for this team. Oh, Tully with a nice cut to the hoop. Couldn't make the basket. Brian, have you ever seen Jenna Tully play a soccer game before?
Yes, I have, in fact. It's very impressive. Very dominating soccer player.
Almost as dominating on the basketball court. Excuse me.
One of the NBC's best.
Colin
Nice rebound
Fleming.
there by Fleming.
A nice rebound. Making an immediate impact on the game. O'Rourke swings it to Camo for three.
Oh, huge three-pointer right there.
And they bring it back to 7. Chelmsford. They can string together a rally. They'll tie it up. Certainly shooting the 3 ball well.
Lowell's trying to build a lead, but Chelmsford's refusing to go away. Only down 5.
Jen O'Rourke getting physical underneath.
Nunez going to the line. Shooting 2. Nunez ranks in the top 5 of all centers in the NBC when it comes to free throw percentage.
Well,
Beth Henry checking into the game for Lowell.
as you can see there, the centers in the NBC aren't shooting the foul shot too well. But, you know, Nunez isn't known for a foul shooting, but she is probably
Very strong in other areas.
probably the best center in the NBC this year.
Oh, right there.
Get a chance to look in the Lowell newspaper. She might be a Lowell Sun All-Star by the end of this year. Lowell backing off the press. What do you think of that strategy?
I'm a fan of it. You know, well, being a Chelmsford fan, I think it's going to work to our advantage, but Lowell team was getting tired, so they had to lay off. It wasn't exactly working, as you can tell by the 6-point lead. Chelmsford's got some quick point guards.
Looks like Lowell might have gone with a smaller lineup.
Yep. Try and counter Chelmsford's smaller lineup. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but that's why I'm just a high schooler.
It's Kaylee Scannell going to the hoop, my childhood friend, with a nice 2-pointer. It's Colleen Fleming, the center.
Coach Branco there thought that was a bit of a travel, but apparently not.
Coach Branco certainly giving the referees an earful early so far.
Yes, he is.
Wow, and the referee's going to call an offensive on Chelmsford. You have to wonder if all that draw is getting to this referee. Were we able to get the names of the referees?
Yes, we were. Ed Hockley and Jez Kersey. Hockley, the one with the glasses. Kersey, the taller man.
Kaylee Scannell bringing the ball up court for Lowell. Looking for a pass, and they
Nice
swing
ball
it.
movement by Lowell.
Colleen Fleming getting hammered. Finally getting the call. Are they going to call that on Chelmsford? Wasn't able to see. Wow.
Mr. Kersey, I don't know what he's doing. Wow. I don't know where that one came from.
Colleen Fleming in a foot race.
Nice
What a
play
great
by
play.
Fleming.
Wow.
See
The
if
winners
they can-
are made out of. Jenna Camo couldn't hit the 3 ball from the corner pocket. And Lowell trying to press the issue.
A lot of three-pointers taken so far, Dan.
I agree, but you know the two teams have shot the three ball well. Certainly the percentages have been okay, and we're going to have a timeout called for Lowell. Obviously, their 8-point lead is on the verge of dwindling, so certainly a necessary timeout. And right now we are going to toss it to break, and we will be back with more action from the Conrad Gymnasium in a few moments. And we're back in the Chelmsford Gymnasium. There you get a shot of the Chelmsford bench. Girls are working hard so far. They have 3 solid players on the bench right now. It's Waters, Tully, and Camo are having a seat. Bordini, Martell, and Fleming are in the game, coming off the bench.
Steal there by O'Rourke.
Trying to get it to Brody, but
Slows it up. Smart play right there.
great defense by Lowell, and they play
A little too
hard.
great there. It's going to be a foul on number 3, Albert Costello.
Oh, no, wait, that's not Albert Costello. That's Courtney Keefe. I can understand how you would have made the mix-up. Oh, Fleming got open underneath. Nice look by Brody. Fleming falls down. The Lowell player tripped over her, threw the ball out of bounds, and the foul was called on Fleming.
Still a smart foul there by Fleming.
What's Chelmsford going to need to do to get back into this game?
It's going to keep on working hard like that. They're out hustling Lowell, you know.
Eventually that takes over.
I see Chelmsford winning this game, Dan. I really do. Especially with a coach like Branco. You know, he's going to be able to expose all of Lowell's weaknesses over the course of the game.
Wow. Brody goes hurling into the fans. Standing room only tonight at the Conrad Gymnasium.
Oh, yeah. We have a jam-packed house tonight.
You might
Tickets to this game were a hot item. Kids were selling around school 4 times the value.
The buzz in the hallway is what you miss. And Julie Brody sinks her first free throw. She is, I recall, first on the team in free throw percentage. Waters checking into the game for Fleming. What do you think they're trying to bring with Waters coming into the game?
Oh, just get some fresh legs on the court, you know, veteran leadership by Waters.
And Brody goes 1 for 2 from the line. Lowell with a 3 ball. As you mentioned earlier, there's certainly been a lot of 3-pointers taken in this game, but hey, you got to do what you got to do if your team can shoot them. Chelmsford down 29 to 21. 22, I'm sorry.
Oh, that hurts right there, Dan.
Make it 32 to 22. The 7-point lead going to 10 definitely hurts.
That was still great defense there by Chelmsford. That was just a great shot there by Lowell's player.
Well, you like to hope that maybe Lowell isn't that good if you're a Chelmsford fan, because they just keep hitting shots with this good defense. That's Brody trying to bring it into the lane. Foul on Lowell. And Brody's going to get to shoot too.
That's never a sight Lowell wants to see as Chelmsford's best foul shooter at the line.
She went 1 for 2 last time, so I expect her to go 2 for 2 this time. And Brody missing her first shot.
Very uncharacteristic, but you know, sometimes it just takes a while to get in the groove.
That's why I'm not a gambling man. However, I am a rambling man.
We all are in some way, Dan.
And Brody sinks her second shot, shooting 50% from the line tonight.
Cuts Lowell's lead to 9.
And Brody with a nice defensive play, breaking Lowell's rhythm. Maybe that's something we need to see more of tonight, just tipping the ball away. Tully's on the bench right now, but she was doing that very effectively while she was in.
Nice steal there by Brody.
We have a rabid Lowell fan on the sidelines.
Nice play inside by
Oh,
Chelmsford.
Martell.
Martell worked for that one, just didn't fall.
Did a great job in there getting the rebound and going back up with it.
Lowell calls timeout.
Think that was a good timeout?
Yeah, I'd say it was.
I agree. All right, now we're going to toss it to break while Lowell takes a timeout and talks it over. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the Conrad Gymnasium. Chelmsford takes the floor. Only trailing by 9 points, but hopefully they have some momentum going their way. Certainly injuries and team scratches have hurt the team this year.
Oh, big time, Dan. Jess O'Rourke, team captain's out with an ankle injury. Kristen Finnegan's out. Caitlin DeCheck is out. This team's hurting, to say the least.
But hopefully they'll be resilient and show what kind of team they are by.
Oh, definitely. Other players are picking up the slack, coming up big, as you can see from tonight's game.
Well, there's 50 seconds left into the first half tonight. Chelmsford hopefully can get something going. Martell with the hustle makes a great play.
Nice play by Martell.
Oh, and Martell is harassed around the three-point line and gets the ball stolen from her.
Shot clock is off at this point.
Correction, the shot clock is still going.
But it's irrelevant because there's only 25 seconds left. There we go, it's off.
And Jenna O'Rourke going into the lane, trying to get two before the half's over. And Lowell with a nice drive.
Oh, nice play right here. There's a big
Caitlin
stop
Waters.
there by Chelmsford.
And we have 5 seconds. Brody bring the ball down court. 2, 1.
Oh, that's huge.
That's the
by
big
Chelmsford.
shot they needed.
Jenna O'Rourke taking over.
Well, on that note, we're going to send this to halftime. Certainly Chelmsford has played well and hung in there so far. It's going to be a shootout in the second half, and we look forward to seeing you then. As Chelmsford has just tied it up, certainly they have to be fired up. You can see them getting ready to play some tenacious D. Lowell's going to try to get something going here. Certainly it didn't help them out. The Chelmsford went on a huge run led by Jenna O'Rourke, hitting 2 threes early in the second half. And Lowell trying to make a shot to the hoop, not happening.
Nice play there by O'Rourke.
Wow, that's
Nice
a tough play.
We just received word from head statistician Andrew Shoup that Jenna O'Rourke does indeed have 4 3-pointers today. The Chelmsford High record, be it male or female, is held by none other than her coach, Kevin Branco, with 11 in a game played back in 1994 against Central Catholic, right here in Conrad Gym. So O'Rourke on pace for that record tonight if she can keep this up.
As you can see on the left hand of your screen, there's 2 men standing behind the bench. That's former principal George Simonian and current principal Al Thomas. A little bit of history in the gym tonight. And Waters off of her head into a Lowell player. Lowell brings it up court. Forces the foul. She's going to get to shoot 2 from the line. That's Waters' second foul of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of a foul, more of a travel, but you know, maybe the refs saw it in a different light than I did.
Well, they're doing touch fouls here tonight. They know that this is a heated rivalry, which has gotten physical.
They're calling them both ways. They're calling them both ways.
Certainly, they don't want this game to get out of hand. And she rattles one home.
Lowell reclaims their lead, 38-37.
That is none other than Courtney Schermerhorn for Lowell. She's a starter. And Brody's going to bring the ball back up court. These are all 5 starters that started the game tonight for Chelmsford. And Brody makes a cut. She cut a mouthful of Lowell. And the ball is going to go back towards Chelmsford's side. Well, after the big Chelmsford run, they haven't done a whole lot. What do you think they can do to keep it going? Think they gave it up?
Yeah, I really think that fire is dead momentarily, Dan. It was a good time out there by the Lowell coach, and you know, it could go either way right now.
And a foul by Kaylee Scannell.
talked so much about Coach Kevin Branco here tonight, but you know, not to be outdone is assistant coach Steve Marioso, head principal over at McCarthy Middle School, does a wonderful job with the children there. They all love him. He's a wonderful human being. He is.
Wow, I was unaware of that.
Actually, I might have made that up, but I know he holds some kind of position of high ranking.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just making sure.
I think it might be assistant principal, actually, but I had him for 7th grade history, and I learned quite a bit about the Stamp Act from him, so I thank him for that.
Well, none of us can really go to sleep at night without thinking a little bit about how the Stamp Effect affects us every day.
All right, Brody, bring the ball up court.
Nice D there by Lowell, breaking Chelmsford's pace. Oh, that's a great hustle play by Kaylee Scannell, my childhood friend.
Johnson left the middle wide open.
There's Scannell cutting in, gets fouled, misses the shot.
Johnson lucked out there. That could have been an easy 2 by Lowell, but it's just not how it happened.
Scannell is second in free throw percentage on the team, second to Shermhorn.
Yeah, third, Jackie Voskel.
Voskel, didn't she have a brother that played for UConn?
I don't think so, Dan. Probably same last name, no relation.
All right. And she sinks 1 of 2, I believe, from the line. Scores 38-39. Lowell.
Johnson's refusing to go away here in this game.
Well, they had brought it back by quite a bit, but they've slowed down a little bit. Brody trying to get it going again. Makes a great cut to the hoop.
Nice
Tully
rebound there by Tully. Kicks it out to O'Rourke.
O'Rourke, see if maybe she can find a
O'Rourke's got
three-point
the open
stroke.
shot. Deep 3 there, missed.
Tully not happy with the foul. I believe that was Etta Hockley on the call.
Lowell 40, Chumps at 37 here. 10:34 left to go in the second half.
Certainly plenty of time left, but it's now where you try to get some momentum going for the minutes where the subs come in.
Still plenty of time left, especially in basketball. Game like this, final 2 minutes, that's what it'll all come down to. Nice play there by Tully.
You know, Brian, these two teams remind me of the teams that were in the Super Bowl this past weekend, the Raiders and the Bucks. I'd like to expound on that, feel free.
Exactly how do they remind you of that, Daniel?
Well, you have Lowell with their strong and potent offense,
Lowell,
like the Raiders.
The Red Raiders of Lowell.
Red Raiders,
I guess there's a
exactly.
comparison right there. And the Chelmsford Buccaneers, or Lions, however you want to view them.
Well, exactly right. The mascots is just one similarity that they show. Chelmsford's tenacious D, Lowell's potent offense. The fact that they both have strong head coaches in John Gruden and Kevin Branco.
Gruden is quite the coach. Big hoop there by Johnson, cuts the lead to 1. That was Jenna Camo, I believe.
It's a great play. That's a big shot.
Johnson has some swarming defense this half.
For those of you Lion fans, you might know head track coach Lenny Rapone.
Oh, yes, very much so. Lenny Rapone in attendance tonight.
He looks a lot like John Gruden, the coach of the Bucks, which is another similarity we found.
Lenny Rapone guiding the Chelmsford boys track team to a victory over Tewksbury yesterday, and the girls team to a victory. Lenny Rapone is also a teacher at Lowell High School.
If you get a chance to see Rapone, he'll be wearing a girls' track shirt. So feel free to check him out in the stands.
Oh,
and
close there by Camo. Nice save there by Fleming, but goes right into the hands of Lowell defender.
I think Camo was looking for a foul there on the 3. And Lowell makes a great point in transition. That brings their lead to 42-39 for the time being, but it's a high-scoring affair so far. O'Rourke's open on the wing. Martell's going to check in. Maybe they're bringing in a little bit of a bigger lineup here.
Yep. Branco's looking to rest up a few of his players for the later stages of the game.
Not a bad strategy, to say the least.
Not at all.
Murray and Branco strategizing.
O'Rourke goes high to the hoop. Oh, and she gets 2 right there. That was a big play.
Well,
O'Rourke can
O'Rourke's-
really do it all, Dan. She can shoot from outside. She's got a tremendous inside game. She rebounds. Great passer.
Well, she has the intangibles of what it takes to be a great
Oh,
player.
definitely. Complete player.
Hitting big shots at big times.
Oh, big swat there by Martel.
Using her volleyball skill out there.
Great move by Coach Kevin Branco, putting her into the game.
Around the nets, we call that a kill.
Yep, volleyball skills definitely coming in handy right there.
So Martel with another block. But Lowell making a persevering play to get 2 more.
Lowell brings their lead back up to 3, 44-41 here. We had 8 minutes left to go in the game. Chelmsford slowly crawling back into this one.
Jenna to Jenna. That's Komoda. Tully, of course. A little bit of first name humor.
I thought it was funny, Dan.
Thank you.
Looks like Brody's checking back into the game for Chelmsford.
Trying to bring a little speed.
And for Camo, they're going to have Brody and Fleming.
Look for the Lions to be shooting up
Very,
and down.
very quick lineup.
And Jenna O'Rourke
Chelmsford
ball
looking
in.
to run a play.
Brody at the top of the key. Swings it to O'Rourke. Chelmsford trying to make something happen.
Nice play there by Lowell. The hustle by Martel, though, forcing the bad shot. Oh, but Lowell gets it anyways.
It's a great play.
Nothing you could do there. Kahid El Hamid with the big shot.
Colleen Fleming taking on the role of point guard while Brody's playing shooting guard.
O'Rourke inside. Oh, nearly gets it to fall. Chelmsford really needs to stop right here, Dan.
Well, yeah, they can't let this lead get any bigger for Lowell. 3 ball. Falling out of the net.
Oh, nice play there by Brody.
It's the kind of stop they were looking for. They forced the 3-pointer and then made a great defensive play.
Branco looking for a timeout, and he gets one.
And he's going to rally his troops, see if maybe they can create more defensive plays like they just had. Hopefully score some more points, but Chelmsford's still down 7, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Drawn between the Chelmsford Lowell.
Welcome back to the Chelmsford High Gymnasium. Brian's fraternizing with the crowd at this point,
Yes. Coach Leonard Rapone, one of the many fans on hand tonight to cheer on Chelmsford. Great fan base. Travels them all over the Merrimack Valley. Great support of this team.
but you get a good shot of Lowell's head coach.
In his sweater.
Brian, you appear to have a problem with the sweater of the Lowell coach.
I got no problem.
Are you sure? Would you like to talk about it?
Nah, well, let's move on.
And Brody trying to make a point in transition, a little too hard off the glass. Sometimes Brody's speed is a little too quick for her own good.
Let's just say Coach Kevin Branco is not wearing a sweater, all right? We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Maxine Barry making a great hustle play in there. A couple of sophomores on the court, the future of the team. Barry and O'Rourke.
Nice play there by Martel.
And we have a scrum going on. Lowell comes out with it.
Oh, and it's an offensive foul.
Christina Martel stepping up, making the big play again.
That's definitely big. That was wonderful insight by
Well-
myself, if I might say so.
Well said, well said. Oh, that was definitely big.
Who am I, John Madden?
Well, if they can get the ball in the hoop, then they're gonna score points.
That's very humorous, Dan. Costly turnover there by Chelmsford.
You know, Brian, if you keep on making fun of my jokes,
Oh, 3 ball there by Lowell.
nice shot by Lowell. As I was saying, we can take this outside if that's what you like. No? All right, great. Fleming at the top of the key.
O'Rourke looking to get Chelmsford right back in this. And oh, she brings him back within 2. Nice play there by O'Rourke. Cuts the lead to 6.
O'Rourke is a dominating player.
You know, when you take a talent like Jen O'Rourke and you put her under the tutelage of Coach Kevin Branco, that's what results. I mean, I've seen a lot of players, both boys and girls, come through Chelmsford High School in my many years. But Jen O'Rourke's perhaps the best I've ever seen, most dominating I've ever seen. You can quote me on that, Dan.
Well, there was this one girl that came here named Annie Metz. She was pretty good too.
Annie Metz, very, very good player, but just Jen O'Rourke and Coach Kevin Branco have combined to just, it's a wonder to watch. It's a privilege to watch.
Nagel, do you have a thing for Coach Kevin Branco? We could get you his phone number if that's what you like.
That's 2 by Brody. 52-45, Lowell.
Chelmsford D'ing up, trying to make a stop. And Lowell is pulling away. This might be a good time for Branco to call a timeout, and he does. Showing his veteran coaching. Hopefully going to say something to his team that's going to get them going, something similar to what he said at halftime.
If there's anybody who can get this Chelmsford team back in it, it's Coach Kevin Branco.
Well, on that note, we're going to go to break and deal with Nagel some more. So we will be back in a few moments. It's 55-45 Lowell. And welcome back to the Conrad Gymnasium. Well, I look around this gymnasium, I'm very impressed by the facility, and I believe there's a vote coming up on whether we're going to get a new auditorium in this town. So, being a student of Chelmsford High School, I have to ask you to vote yes on that proposal.
Oh, and another 3 there by Lowell. Leads now 13 with 3.5 minutes left to go. Nice
Brody.
play by Brody.
And 1. Got to appreciate that kind of cut to the hoop.
It's a big shot here at the line by Brody.
It's 58-47.
You know, Dan, headed into this game, Lowell is considered a heavy favorite. Chelmsford's done an excellent job. Regardless of the result of the game, they have nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, they're definitely playing hard, and hopefully they can keep it going with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left.
That's just a great reflection of their coach, Kevin Branco. The hard work ethic he instills in them during practice. Nice swat there.
Are you trying to get out of a detention or something? All right,
Nice
well,
play there by O'Rourke. They're going to call it a foul, apparently. She might have gotten a fingertip or two on the Lowell.
well, I'm not going to ask you anymore, but I mean, that's fine. And she misses, keeping Chelmsford in the game. Keeping it to 11.
You know, Dan, if there's one word I can use to describe this Chelmsford offense, it's explosive. So I wouldn't count them out.
I would tend to agree with you. They made a huge comeback at the hands of Jen O'Rourke, who is in the game right now.
And I don't like to brag, but I consider myself Chelmsford girls basketball's #1 fan. So I think I know a little thing or two about what they're capable of doing.
Well then, I guess I didn't know who I was dealing with. So would you say they have a good shot at winning this game?
I'd bet my life on Chelmsford winning this game.
I'm going to hold you to that. Brody bringing the ball up court. Sending it over to O'Rourke for 3.
A little defender got a piece of that. But scrappy play underneath.
Trying to force a jump ball.
Very, very scrappy play underneath.
Well, that's a big shot. Scannell making a big play. Chelmsford's going to have to get something going quick.
Yeah, Chelmsford needs some quick points. Really quick points.
And Camo misses the 3 ball.
Look for Lowell just to try and run the shot clock out now. Or take it to the hoop because they want to run up the score. But yeah, hey, what do you expect from a city like Lowell?
I was born in Lowell, for the record.
Keep up the good work.
All right, that's fine. Where were you born?
Dorchester, St. Margaret's Hospital in Dorchester.
Enough
No
said.
longer around.
Enough said. All right, well, we're going to go to break, and Brian and I are going to hash out our town differences. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back. Genitelli's going to pass in the ball. Oh, Brian, I'm no good at math. How much are they down?
17, Dan.
17 points. That's a lot.
That's a lot, but it's not insurmountable. Kick is to Brody in the corner.
And they're going to need a 3-ball, and they're going to need a shot quick. Brody brings
Yeah,
it
Lowell
in.
definitely playing perimeter defense right there.
And Kalen Waters.
Nice play there by Tully.
Jen O'Rourke has a shot at that one, and she gets it. 2 minutes remaining. Lowell lead.
2 minutes left to go in the game.
Lowell still remains up by 17. Jump ball, Chelmsford's ball.
Chelmsford's still refusing to quit. They're not going away. They're going to take Lowell right to the very end.
See Caitlin Waters passing the ball in. And she has got Jen O'Rourke. O'Rourke to Brody.
Great defense by Lowell. They're not giving Chelmsford anything.
Yeah.
O'Rourke can create her own shot right there. Nice play.
Got a good shot of O'Rourke going down hard, showing how hard she really plays.
She's taking her share of fouls tonight.
She's been clutch so far. Wouldn't be surprised if she sunk both of these. And again, the last time I said that, Brody was...
Yes, we do remember that, Dan.
I was hoping you would have forgotten. And O'Rourke misses. Well, you know, I don't like to think that jinxes actually exist, but I have a feeling I'm part of a large one.
What is that, Dan?
Well, every time I say that someone's going to make a shot, they miss. I look for O'Rourke to miss this foul shot here.
A little reverse psychology right there. Let's see what happens.
I look for her to miss.
Let us all look for her to miss.
And
Wow.
there we go. Well, I look for Chelmsford to lose this game. We'll see what happens.
Yes, you know all those historic 16-point comebacks in a minute 30.
You know, I'd love to see it happen just because of your sarcastic tone.
Although in 1991, Lisa Leslie, now a star in the WNBA, scored 101 points in a single half of high school basketball. So,
Wow.
it's a little food for thought right there. Huge block there by O'Rourke, continuing to put together the stat sheet for a very impressive game.
And Camo for 3. Just catches it on the side.
Rebound there by O'Rourke. Takes to the hoop again. Gets
O'Rourke.
hammered.
Oh, yeah. Great cut by O'Rourke. Certainly putting up an impressive performance tonight as Chelmsford. Like you said, nothing to be ashamed about tonight.
Oh, definitely. She's definitely putting on a show for the scouts. Many scouts here tonight. UConn, Tennessee,
They're all here,
Middlesex.
representing all walks of life.
Look for O'Rourke to miss this shot like Dan. And she hits it.
Beautiful.
Swarming press there by Chelmsford. Nice play by Camo.
Oh. That's a great defense. You're not going to call that foul, are you? Wow.
I don't think it's going to, the shot's not going to count, I don't think. She's going to be shooting 2 at the line. And a call on a block there, Genitelli.
1 and 1. And that will be
Or
1 and
on
1
the
from
floor.
from the sidelines.
Okay, I'm glad I can understand what ref Ed Hockley means when he does anything.
Well said. And for some reason, Lowell is taking 3-pointers because they have a woman like Nunez who can get the ball underneath.
Lowell now up 66-53, and they're at the line.
Get a nice shot of this. Going back up with the shot, getting fouled.
Nunez shooting 1 here.
In case you didn't know, that's the impressive camera work of Tom Peterson you're watching right there.
Class act, that Tom Peterson.
Telling you, single-handedly putting together this Chelmsford production.
Behind the scenes, it's amazing. It really is.
We got to thank him, thank Brian Hatfield and Tom Hall.
Oh, those 2 jokers, I can't say enough about them.
Well,
This wouldn't be possible without those 2. The viewers at home owe them everything.
Certainly you can't say enough about this Chelmsford team and the show they've put on against the powerful Lowell High Red Raiders.
Who continue to shoot even though their lead's 13. Now it's 15. That's wonderful.
Well, you have to respect their perseverance of piling on the score.
Oh yes, very much, Dan. Very classy. Shot clock's off with 8 seconds left in the game.
And Lowell,
Well, looking in on the ball, up 15 with
Probably-
seconds. Probably gonna try and look for a three-pointer here.
and
Oh, Barry with a nice thing foul, even though it looks
showing
like
a little frustration there, going and swinging after Nunez. It's got to be frustrating when a team's running up the score on you.
I'm telling you, Dan, Nunez going 0 for 2 from the line here. 0 for 2.
Branco looking frustrated.
Yeah, he's about ready to throw a chair at the ref.
We might get to see that fight after all.
Flip over the scoring table or something.
Yeah, you know, it's been a relatively somber night for a Lowell-Chelmsford game.
Yeah.
Still some fireworks could go off with 1.9
No incident.
seconds remaining.
Nunez hits 1 of 2. And that's going to do it for Chelmsford Lowell.
And that's the end of the game. The final score is 69-53, but the scoreboard doesn't tell the story there. Chelmsford certainly played a great game.
Oh, definitely not, Dan. Definitely. Chelmsford has nothing to be ashamed of.
They had an outstanding run at the beginning of the first half, led by Jenna O'Rourke hitting 3-pointers and whatnot. Very impressive game by both teams. Lowell certainly going to go far in the
Great.
state tournament.
Yes, Lowell. Chelmsford, a very young team. That's a great game to earn some experience right there. Shows them what it's really like to play with a high-powered team like Lowell and, you know, get their feet wet, so to speak.
Once again plagued by injury and controversy. You can't say enough about a resilient team like that.
Oh, no. No, tremendous effort by everyone tonight.
So with that, we are going to leave for the night and signing off. My name is Dan Shannon. It's been a pleasure to be with you.
Bye.
Have a good one.